What's going on, guys? It's me, Fan 2016 here, and today we have another model plane review for you guys. Today I'll be reviewing the NG Models 1/400 scale Condor Airbus A330-200 with the blue stripes on the tail. A nice model to have in my collection, though quite an interesting purchase I did because I did purchase this model back in like 2022, like somewhere in November 2022 to be exact. And yeah, Condor A330-200 is a very interesting aircraft in Condor's fleet, but yeah, these planes were quite an interesting workhorse for Condor, so I decided to get a model out of that and decided to do a review on this model. Of course, I did review this model back in like that one unboxing I did from Midwest, but I do want to give this a separate review because this is a very interesting model and I do want to see how NG Models does their Airbus A330-200 mold. So yeah, without being said, I don't want to waste further time and we're gonna get started with the box review. So without being said, let's get started with the box. And here's the box of the Condor A330-200, looking quite very interesting. So as you can pretty much see, you got like the stripes, the white and blue stripes right there that represents the tail right there. So it is very interesting when I look at it. It almost like kind of has like, it's one of like these interesting NG boxes, but I do like on how they designed their art, the box art for this aircraft right there. So you got the Airbus A330-200 tiles right there, you got the CGI image of the aircraft. You can slightly see the Condor logo, but as like I said, it's because of like these stripes, these white and blue stripes, that it almost seems like nearly hard to see like the Condor logo, but you can see the Condor logo right there and over there. You got the NG Models logo right there as well. 1/4 scale collectible models diecast metal. You got the Condor tiles and logo right there. And then you got the aircraft registration, which is Delta Alpha India Yankee Bravo. Moving on to the sides, you got one side right there, and then you got one side with like these parallel blue stripes right there, and then you have another side right there, looking very nice. And yeah, pretty much the same at this point. And here's the back side of the box right there. You got the NG logo right there. You got the social media pages. I don't know if you can hardly see them or you can really see them, but they're there. And then you got the warning hazards right there. And the item number of this model is 61050. Now, here, let me read the item number again. So the item number, because I ended up missing this one number, the last number. So the item number of this model is 61052. So yeah, very nice model, and yeah, quite a nice box art. And overall, I think this is one of like NG's very interesting box arts they did, and it's almost like similar to what they did with the beige and the green tail. But under that, I think the box art still looks nice, and yeah, NG still did a great job on it. Now let's move on to the model. And here's the beautiful model itself, looking absolutely very nice on NG's A330-200 mold. Do like on how NG did this model right here. And yeah, quite a nice model for my collection, and once again, NG did a wonderful job on this model. So as I set her like this, and let me just position at the front. Okay, so here we go. So we got the front of the aircraft on the port side, you got the cockpit windows right there, and then you got the nose shape of the aircraft looking very nice and really accurate for an A330-200 mold right there. You got the radome right there with the outline over there. You got the Condor logo, and that should say Airbus A330. And then you got some pitot 2 details right there. You got your L1 boarding door right there, and then you got, this is supposed to be like the blue stripes that's positioned close to the L1 doors and L2 door. And then you got the main landing gear and the main landing gear, not main landing gear, the nose landing gear, and then you got the nose landing gear door right there. I'm assuming this could be Condor business class, so it'll run from here to like all the way over here. You got your top antenna right there, and then there's your Wi-Fi dome right there. There's your L2 door, and you got some stack port details right there. Then moving on to the middle section of the aircraft, looking very nice. You got the main landing gear right there. You got the Trent 700 engines right there with some very nice detailing right there. From like the reverse thrust right there, the, what are those? The cowlings, something like the cowlings that would deploy upon like a landing. And yeah, these will like deploy to like apply the reverse thrust. And then you got the Condor logo right there. And I'm assuming this could be like economy, so it'll be running from here all the way to the very back of the aircraft right there. Here's your LC door right there, looking very nice. And yeah, quite smaller compared to like the L2 and L1 door. So yeah, quite interesting on how the A330-200 is designed, or maybe like just A330 in general. Moving on to the wing details. So you got some wing details from the cold soaked field frost right there. I also like on how there's a gray section on where the CSFF, cold soaked field frost, or CSFF, that's where it would be. And then you also got the flap track fairings as well, and some slat detail looking very nice. There's your engine pylon right there as well. And then you also got some flap details, and then you got your aileron, ground spoiler and flight spoiler detail as well. And here's the winglet, looking very nice. I think NG Models also did a great job on the A330 winglet right there. Let me just set her down like so. And now moving on to like some more parts of the aircraft right there. Moving on to the back area. So here it is, the back area. You got your bottom antenna right there. I'm not sure if you can see it. Okay, you can see it. So here's the bottom antenna right there. There's your top antennas, your top dual antennas right there, with a very tiny one over there. Here's your Wi-Fi dome, the second Wi-Fi dome. And then here's the L4 door right there. And then you got the aircraft registration, Delta Alpha India Yankee Bravo, along with the German flag. And then moving on to the empennage area of the aircraft, you got the APU, and the horizontal stabilizers, and the Condor tail. Let me focus it again. So as you can pretty much see, it's kind of like slightly the Condor livery, but you can see like parts of like the livery, which is the stripes, are there on the tail. And then you also got the Condor logo on the very top right there. So yeah, very nice model. And other than that, it's a nice addition since I seen this aircraft. I'll go into further detail about this aircraft because I did get to see this airplane. And here is the engine fan blades right there, looking very nice. I also like on how they added like some sort of like spiral to like the middle section of the engine right there. And then moving on to the starboard section of the aircraft, you got all your R doors right there. And then there's your forward cargo bin right there, looking very nice. And then moving on to the back area, you got your aft cargo bin, as well as the storage compartment right there. Moving on to a top view of this aircraft, so let me just set her like this. So here's the top view, looking very nice right there. I do like the details from the red beacon light and all the other details right there. Moving on to the bottom section of the aircraft, so here's the bottom. You got your air intakes right there, along with the bottom beacon light. And you got some bottom details on the engines as well, looking absolutely very nice. Moving on to the front section, let me just set her like this. So here's the front section of the aircraft, looking very nice. Accurate wing flex right there, they're in the ground position. And then moving on to the back section, here it is right there, looking absolutely very nice. So overall, this is a nice model from NG Models, and yeah, really nice to have a Condor model in my collection. I'm hoping I can get like one of the Gemini Jets Condor A330 Neos, or NG is gonna like doing their A330 Neo soon. So hopefully I could try to get the Gemini version, or if like NG were to like release the A330 Neo mold next year, so 2024, then hopefully NG can do the Condor C livery A330 Neo. And probably like get the Condor A330 Neo as well to pair up with this A330-200. But other than that, this is a nice model to add to my collection. And yeah, Condor is a very interesting airline to add to my international fleet. So yeah, that's it for like most of the model review. Now let's get into the background information about this particular registration and aircraft. So without being said, let's transition into that. Alright, let's get into the background information about this Airbus A330-200, registered Delta Alpha India Yankee Bravo. So starting off with some information from planespotters.net, the manufacturer serial number is 852, the age of this aircraft is 16.5 years, the test registration of this plane is Foxtrot Whiskey Whiskey Kilo Tango, and she was built in Toulouse, France. So that's the Toulouse Airbus plant. And the airframe status says that it is stored, and this was last updated on November 6, 2023. Now this aircraft did had a bit of a history, so before she was delivered to Condor, she used to operate for Etihad Airways as Alpha 6 Echo Yankee Oscar, and she was delivered to the airline on September 27, 2007. And she was then withdrawn from use on October 20th of 2019 and stored in, if I could try to pronounce this airport correctly, Teruel, if I'm pronouncing that, and it's located in Spain. And she was stored there from October 21st of 2019 to November 18th of 2020. And then she was stored again in Abu Dhabi International Airport from November 18th of 2020 to April 5th of 2022. And then she was soon delivered to Condor on April of 2022. And it was released from Hidden. And then it has the Condor C-tail design, which you're seeing right now. And then she was ferried to Abu Dhabi to Dusseldorf, if I'm also pronouncing that correctly. Yeah, it's kind of like hard to like know these German words. And yeah, she was delivered on April 5th of 2022 and then entered into service on May 1st of 2022. And then she was drawn from use on October 17th of 2023, so quite recently. And then she was stored again at Teruel on November 6th of 2023. Now, as I also pull up some Airfleet information, I think there is some information that talks about the first flight. So the first flight of this registration was January 5th of 2007, and yeah, that's basically it. And once again, she is operated by two Rolls-Royce Trent 772B-60 engines. And yeah, the delivery date for this aircraft when she operated for Etihad was September 20th of 2007, and then stored on October 2019. And then she was delivered to Condor on April 30th of 2022, and then put into service on May 1st. And then returned to the lessor on 11th on November of 2023, and it's leased from Altaver Air Finance, if I'm pronouncing that correctly. And yeah, the reason why this was returned to the lessor is because Condor actually operated these A330-200s for training purposes for the A330neo that they're going to be starting to, well, they already got some A330neos in their fleet already, so they're slowly phasing out their A330-200s and returning them to the lessor. So yeah, basically they want to train these pilots to like operate the Airbus A330 before they can transition into the A330neo, which has like the full stripes livery. And yeah, but yeah, quite an interesting. I know Condor's A330-200 fleet didn't last too long. There's two more left in their fleet, and those are soon going to be returned to the lessor by January of 2024. And yeah, quite a short history for Condor to have the A330-200s, but yeah, they were quite the workhorse on their fleet. In addition to this registration, I did see this aircraft at Seattle-Tacoma International Airport back in May 27th of 2022. So here's that picture right now, just parked at gate Sierra 1. And overall, I really got like a nice photo of this aircraft, despite it kind of was overcast on that day. But other than that, not gonna complain about like not having a light. I still got a perfect photo anyway. So yeah, really nice to see this plane in SeaTac. And yeah, hopefully I can see their A330neo soon. And hopefully in the C, like the Condor C livery as well. But other than that, that's good for the background information. So with that being said, let's move on to the conclusion. So overall, I think NG Models did a wonderful job on this Condor A330-200. And yeah, quite the interesting aircraft since it's almost like a full white livery, but it's just the tail that is just painted in the Condor livery. But other than that, it's nice to have this model in my collection, and overall, not sure what I want to do with this, but I still want to keep this since I saw this aircraft, but I might decide in a future plan about this aircraft. Of course, that's already returned to the lessor already, so... But I might see if I could try to like put this in a future airport update, whether I would do like a fictional airport update soon. But other than that, I'm still glad to have this model, and overall, it's a nice model for my collection, and nice to have a Condor model in my collection as well. And I think I talked about this already, but I'm not sure if I talked about this, maybe in the beginning of this video, but what I did say is I hope NG can like do a Condor A330neo in the Condor C livery, or Gemini Jets might also do that too. I think they have it in their future release, I think. But other than that, if either of these mall collectors, these mall manufacturers make a Condor C livery A330neo, then I will definitely buy it. But other than that, really nice to have this A330-200 from Condor in my collection. So, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to my YouTube channel, and turn on that post notification bell so you won't miss a video like this anytime soon. And don't forget to check out all my mall plane content by clicking on that playlist, and you can check out all my mall plane content that I do, from reviews, unboxings, and more. So, that's it for today's video. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Anyways, good night.